Danny Gokey. Remember Danny from Idol? Danny's coming. He's heading over here right now. We're going to talk with him. WGNA. He's got a country song out. Yeah. Hey, Danny.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? You got a lot of fans all over the world, and it's so good to see you here today. I know a lot of people buzzing your first ever country release.
Yeah.
I mean, literally came out. I caught a listen to it for the first time last week.
Really?
Yes.
The single?
Yes.
Awesome.
And today was the day that basically the people in my capacity all around the country got their hands on it. So a lot of people are hearing your country song for the first time today, and it's going to be an interesting ride. But you seem pumped, man. You're ready.
Yeah,
aren't
I'm
you?
very excited. It's a great song to come out with right out of the gate. Just have it. The people who wrote it were from Lady Antebellum, Charles and David, and it's just it's a powerful song. I feel it every time I sing it, and I hope the listeners feel what I.
Well, could you give the listeners a little treat? Could you bust a chorus line for us if you want? I don't want to put you on the spot, but I mean,
I could do it.
You could you could give us a couple of lines.
It's only love. That's a little bit. It's a line. It's definitely. It just talks about how love is the answer.
Yeah, which it is.
It really is to everything. We're seeing so much, crime and poverty at its, just at a rampage, and it's just unbelievable. Everything's on a rise, and it's like, you know what? We are the answer to the problem that is in our world, and it's just if we can get compassionate enough to just stand up and make a change and just love people back to, back to their a life again. It's really interesting.
Now, were you excited? What made you, decide and make that decision to come to country music and to have your entry, with the single be to country radio? Have you been a fan of this music for
Absolutely.
a long
since I was
time?
I would say since I was 13 or 12. That's when I got introduced to the music with because when we were younger, I've always been raised in the church, and we weren't allowed to listen to the radio or anything on it. So I was always listening to like the Gaithers, the gospel group, and stuff like that. But then at 12, my father came home with the first country CD, Wynonna Judd, and from there it just took off to Black Hawk, Tim McGraw. Tim McGraw was actually the first single I bought ever. It was "Don't Take the Girl."
Oh man!
And Alan Jackson, and from there, just to see how country music has just how it's evolved and where it has come, and it's where I wanted to be. I didn't want to change, and I wanted to be myself. So I wanted to tell the stories like that's what I like singing about. And
that's great. And the fact.
And now, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, and the fact that you hooked up with Charles and Dave.
Oh man.
From Lady A to write that single. That's pretty good pedigree right there. I mean, these guys, Dave, especially Dave, he's been writing songs for years.
Yeah.
And now that they've actually got their own vehicle to get that music out, people finally say, "Oh my goodness, where have they been hiding?" And now you've got a little bit of that magic, that Lady A magic passed on to you, and they're just great, aren't they?
They are phenomenal, and they're humble.
Yes.
Which is so nice to see that in musicians and artists who have arrived, so to speak. It was cool on the show on American Idol. It was top 11 week when Randy Travis was our mentor, and after the shoot was all done, the mentor shoot was over. I happened to walk past his bus, and he came to me. He said, "Come here, I want to talk to you." And I was like, "What?" So I walked up to him. He said, "Have you ever considered country?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course I have." And he said, "You really need to go to country." He said, the fans would love you, and you would sing such wonderful music." And from there, being endorsed by him, it was like, it gave me more an empowering factor to go for it.
What I thought was kind of funny too is there's probably a handful of those contestants who were with him, maybe you'd know, that had no idea who Randy Travis was.
Right.
And you're going, "Oh my God, that's Randy Travis."
Randy Travis.
And a lot of them are going, "Who's he? Do you know who that is? Is he here to pick up?"
He's so humble.
He is so humble. You're absolutely right. And like you said, I mean, when Randy Travis comes up to you and says, "Danny, you should sing country songs,"
You listen. I think everyone in every genre, no matter where you are, they listen to Randy Travis. Who's been around the industry as long as he has? Mm-hmm. Who has sold as many records as he has?
He's brought a lot of people to the dance, too.
Oh, man, without a doubt. Yeah. Wonderful guy.
Well, that's great. So Randy Travis told you need to do country music, and then you go and you get Charles and Dave from Lady A to give you the vehicle to bring it forth.
To bring the single forth. And I get, Mark Bright is my producer on my album, which he produced, Rascal Flatts and Carrie Underwood and Black Hawk. I mean, he's a great producer, a great guy, and a great label behind me, RCA Nashville.
Beautiful. Well, it's great. Danny, welcome to country music.
Thank you.
Thanks for bringing all those Idol fans along with you.
Awesome.
We're happy to have them as always. And
so glad to be here.
You got it. Well, hey, you know what? Let's wish you luck, and it's just coming out. Tell everybody what the name of the song is.
The name of the single is It's Only, and